Morning guys, so hopefully this all works out. I'm using a different program today, so could be better, could be worse. Hopefully it's all good though. Today we look at 9C using financial solver to analyse reducing balance loans. So the main thing we need to get across today is the variables that are used on the calculator. So specifically this is for the Casio ClassPad, and below are all of the variables that we use for it. Okay, so N is the total number of payments for the loan. So for instance, that could be, if it's over 3 years, as I've got here, 36 payments. Now you can type just 3 times 12 into that field on your calculator and it'll come up with the correct answers, formulas, etc. I% is the annual interest rate given. PV is the present value of the loan or the investment. So just say you take out a loan of 120,000, the present value or the first value V0 will be 120,000. The payment PMT is the payment. Just about needed it to be a bit darker, highlighter. Okay, so that's the payment. FV is the future value, so you might select that you want to pay the loan out in full, so therefore your future value might be 0. If you have an interest-only loan, which we'll look at in a few lessons' time, your interest-only loan might mean that the future value is actually the same as the current value because you're only going to pay the interest off it, so you don't want that value of the loan to go up or down. P/Y is the number of payments per year, so you might be paying monthly, so your payments would be 12, and C/Y is how many compounding periods a year. So you might have fortnightly, it might be compounded fortnightly, therefore your compounding periods a year would be 26, or even if, as the example shows there, if it was compounded monthly, then your compounding periods a year would be 12. Now just make a note that your calculator should be set in the format area, should be set for odd payments to be off, and also for the payment date to end. So that means that the payment is taken after the interest is applied. Now, once you've got all available values in, the key is to solve for the unknown, and to do that, we want to tap the unknown field. So for example, you might be looking at finding the payments. Tap that so that it's highlighted, and then tap solve, and that will give you the payment answer that you need. Okay, so I'll move along and we will take a look at an example. So for instance, if we look at this example here, you borrow $20,000 at 7.25% per annum. Compounding, haven't spelled compounding correctly, well done. Paid over 4 years with repayments of $481.25. So first thing we're going to look at is what is owed after 3 years. Now the first thing you want to do is to put in your variables. So N, change the colour of my pen. So N is equal to 3 times 12. I% is equal to 7.25. So regardless of the compounding, like we've had to do previously, we don't have to change a thing there. Present value of the loan. For some reason, when I go too close to the edge of the screen, it completely skews off. Is our original amount, so we borrowed 20,000. The payment, this is where you've got to be careful and check the notes online. The payment is going to be negative 481, and as we said, 25 cents. Okay, now like I said, the key here is that we've got a negative there because you're paying someone, so you're losing money. All right, so that's the negative. Your present value, they've given you money, so it's a positive, and this is all in the notes as well. Okay. Next up is our payments per year. That's all equal to 12. Our compounding periods per year, we're told that that's compounding monthly, so it's also equal to 12. Okay, now you want to go into find. So we're finding the final value. Right, so we're going to solve for the final value. So you're going to click on that, and then you're going to hit solve. Okay, and that then is going to give you a value. So you're going to find that comes out as equal to negative 5, 5, 5, 4, 36. Alright, so the negative there tells us that you still owe someone money. Okay. Next up, what does he owe after 4 years? So to do that, after 4 years, we want to change n. I'm going to change that to 4 by 12. Okay. Or if you can do your multiplication in your head, you should know that 4 12s are 48. Okay. Then we want to solve. So for the final value, so click on that final value. Click on solve, and what you'll get is that after 4 years, as we said, that's the period of which we want to pay it for. The value of the loan is $0.1079, okay, or cents. Now you'll notice that this time, as opposed to our previous example over here, this time we've come up with a positive. Okay, that positive simply means that you are owed money. Okay. So the last repayment, instead of being $481.25, will be reduced by 11 cents. So the last repayment will be $481.25. Take, rounding this to the nearest cent, take 11 cents, which equals $481.14. Just noticed a mistake in my notes that I put online, but we're all fine here. Okay, so that's how we use the financial solver to analyse our loan, so what we borrow, and we can change all those parameters depending on what the question is. Okay, good luck with that. So next up, there'll be a video on what happens when there's changing conditions in one of these loans and using the financial solver to deal with that. Cheers guys, hope you're going well. See you next time.